Our story begins, fittingly enough, with the Genesis.
What is good and what's up? Welcome back to Genesis X. I'm talking about 10 of those things. You know what we're doing today.
The grand final is between Marlon and Zebee. Rival 2 hasn't been out officially, but the players had the chance to try the game out in advance. The vibes are immaculate.
Get on my level
That's
because
Shut up! Actually might, bro.
An incredible moment for the community. The last game was a beetle beatdown won by Zeebee, making him the first Rivals 2 Genesis winner.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Year
box
Rivals and battles across the globe.
Untouchable, this bracket.
But if his life ends and he starts to decay, made one of his street soldiers a fence thing. See you talking to the game, couldn't be talking to me. I got enough to beat and more soldiers to bury. You know we just clicked in and made you realize this game is twice as hard. You see that with your own eyes. You're on the way to choose your type of life cause you gotta. I tell you from now, which fighter will be the hotter. I don't think you want this one, just practice. Just challenge me when you're ready with your tactics. High punch, spin kicks, watch your back split. I see you in the air when I make you backflip.
Still just needs
The reverse there and beats Marlon.
Oh my god, I thought it was real! And the signal is gone!
Looks for another one. The air dodge, up tilt, up special, and it finishes it off. Danko wins out grand finals at the biggest Rivals 2 tournament there has ever.
It has been 1 year of R2CS. Upset, winning, cash prize rising, and a scene flourishing. So I don't think there's a better time to put everything on the timeline. From Dawn Park to Genesis X3, we'll cover all the main tournaments of this first year of Rivals 2. But to understand where we start, we're gonna need a bit of context. Aether Studio is a video game company led by Dan Fornacy, creator of the well-known hit Super Smash Land, and some rivals of Aether, I don't know. Both acclaimed platform fighter, more so Rivals 1, for its interesting take on the genre. A plat fight without shield or ledge, and a cast really expressive. This game was kind of an indie success, and grew to have a strong, tight-knit community. Now we are in 2021. Rival 1 has been out for 4 years, and as much as Workshop added a lot of freshness to the game, the question was still, what was next? So they dropped this. Rivals 2, a 2.5D plat fight made on Unreal Engine, was on the way. The ambitions were enormous, especially for an indie, so that's why they stopped. Yeah, later on the line they allied themselves with Off-Brand Game, a publishing company owned by Ludwig, and also, that's for later. The game is taking form. More and more influencers are getting involved, pushing the game, and the game slowly gets implemented in the competitive plat fight ecosystem. And that's where we get Dawn Park the Grass, Seattle. This was the first really stacked tournament of this game post-release. The discussion was on Cake and Mystery Soul, two legends of the scene, both playing Fleet, considered at the time best character. But you see, we were in the middle of a trying phase, where a lot of players from different fighting games start to branch out. So that is why threats unknown to the rival community started making runs such as Bebats. The melee pitch ended up floating towards Fleet, funny enough, with a pretty good 5th place.
why dial it in? I mean, maybe we should assume to switch over to something with a little more liveliness in it.
But imagine.
And Leffen, the melee God Slayer and Evo winner, he made it to 3rd with Rano, taking Mystery Soul to Game 5.
Shield pressure. Not going to set up for a tech situation, but Super Jump Fair is enough to take it, and that is Leffen.
The winner of the tournament ended up being Cake Assault, took out Mystery Soul 3-1, and that was a damn good tournament. I really liked the energy around this period, it's probably why I made the jump myself. There was something new about this game, and there was a lot of hope, especially with how things were stagnant in Ult. It felt really good being around this community. Also, Dawn Park is just really cool, I'm not gonna lie, it's really grassroots, so that was a really nice introduction. However, something big was upon us. The LACS, an event organized by Ludwig to promote the release of the game. It was on Rivals 2, but also Ult and some Melee. This event did something really cool. They took some players from each bracket and made them play on the Rivals one. So we got some funny matches like Cake versus Gluttony. But you know, in this type of format, nothing really special about to happen. Like Gluttony did not win that game.
I mean, there you go. And the match is over.
Yeah.
Everything was really predicted. Cody Schwab won over Ron Gonshu.
Gonna look for the
That's
edge.
gonna be
Oh,
a
beautiful
turnaround in that shine too. That's
Very nicely done.
What is going on?
Amazingly
I
played
don't know
set.
what happened. I don't remember
That's
that.
another up.
This event was a really hype one. Shout out the Arcane Toilet. No huge upset beside the round 1. The tournament ended up with a Rivals player standoff. However, in the top 4, you can start to see a trend of character, maybe two guys, two buddy. So they never flip to the ground. That's tough. A Krug? Oh no, it's fine.
I mean, it might still be over.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it
it.
is.
Oh,
The air dodge. How is she still alive, dude?
how is he still around? Jeez,
What the
I
heck?
felt like he was dead for so long there.
my-
This was a really interesting period because names were getting solidified and the drop also increased. This was a time when I was the least active personally, but I think there's a real charm to this period. But don't get too comfortable. A shift was about to happen. LMBM New York! Biggest Rivals 2 event yet. It's an AMG event, so Max had to show some love. A lot of really cool matches happen. Void over Cheesy.
They start to just open themselves up when it comes to this platform, and this is what I'm talking about with that creativity. Void with an insane first stock.
Spargo winning over Void and just making the run of a lifetime. But we'll get into that. This is also where I start to recognize a lot of names that are still here, like Switch, Beastly, Toothbrush, even though Toothbrush might just have left, but I'm sure it's fine. But the spotlight was really on Spargo. Crowned top 1 in Ult, and playing both Ultimate and Rivals brackets. He won Ult, by the way, and on Rivals, ho.
Right there to reset. Oh, that dash tag. Maybe a bit ill-advised. Oh, Austin, I think. Oh, he did.
He hit Melon!
But it didn't matter. How?
There's just no way.
He got it. He got it. Yes, he did.
3 damage. Spargo looking for that final kill. Can't find the answer though.
Oh my goodness, stock for stock, but only one can victory. Spargo, this is it. Spargo takes it. Spargo eliminates Stango, the #1 player in Ultimate, taking out one of the best in Rivals 2.
Spargo takes down. He is rolls in, narrowly avoiding those back airs. Gets grabbed. Where you going though? And the up air tip bomb. Spargo keeps the dream alive.
That was a really nice tournament and all, but I think it's maybe a right time to reflect on the HUD and just what is on the screen. It's crazy how much this game changed. The textures weren't like that normally though, but to avoid frame dropping and stuff, they were running on low. But that's funny that we had a tournament that was looking like that. And like, look at these characters, Selene screen, dog. Where are they looking at? We came a long way. Well, the game is still stuttering on my PC and on the Genesis PCs too, but hey, that's tough. Anyhow, this tournament was really cool. And you start to see more Ult players on the scene in contrast to what we have before. We started to realize that this game might end up being a crossroad for the plat fight genre. KKSO won that tournament, by the way. I don't know why I didn't say that. I guess it just makes sense in my head. Moving on, we had some cool tournament around this period, like Plat Fight, a tournament that happened before, won by Cake, and Frosty Frosting won by Marlon. Etalus was also released January 21st, but LMBM was playing on an old boot. So now all eyes are on the next big tournament. One that will shock the entire community and beyond. Welcome to Genesis. A tournament that aims to bring all the strongest players of the scene for a broadcast beatdown.
Because I used to give you the invincibility with the air dodge and on the ledge. And there it is. There's that air dodge. Exactly what I was talking about. The third triple. Oh my god.
the tether? What? Oh, that might be enough. That might be enough. It is.
The Asashi special, baby. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Genesis X2.
This is awesome. This is Genesis, guys.
Yell button in time to attack. You know, sometimes he's missing out on there, but Rakai
Woke up!
That's
You're the GOAT. You're actually the GOAT,
in
Ty.
the world?
Boy, you hold on to those charges.
Down air? Oh my lord.
You guys hit him down throw.
You can't do that.
Different maples that we've seen on GTA utilize different levels of down air and back.
How do you even prepare for that situation?
Oh my.
Dash attack to clip the up special. Able to make it back on stage, but not for long. The
Up
down
strong?
into spike, back air, and up strong.
Maybe it got patched out. I'm not 100% sure. Uh-oh, Dako's setting up another edge guard.
Welcome to Genesis Sunday, and welcome to Rivals Top 6!
And in this chaos, they all rushing to have a chance to fight the beast of the Genesis.
Be in.
Oh my goodness.
And there's no opportunity. There's nothing. I feel like you don't see that degree of like really you. Oh, and the reset of the
my
oh my
God.
goodness.
And the tether's still there?
Yeah, I know last night I was hyping up the
Turnaround there on the grab. Yeah, that can be. Oh, the double dunk.
In the same scenario. It's looking
my
like hope.
goodness.
It's going to be a case whether he likes it or not.
These players right now. Nice bait.
Oh my God. That might be it. I don't know.
He
Does he have the resources to make it back? The
Gets
wall
the
jump.
Oh my God.
Oh, hold on, production. Oh my God, it's over. Plum wins Genesis 2X for Rivals 2.
This tournament was the most violent in terms of upsets so far. A lot of the hype was Marlon and Cake finally fighting for top 1. Nobody expected Plum. Mind you, this was an all OG rival top 6 and he won that shit. This storyline were all fucked up as it looks like we were about to have a new number 1. He stopped playing the game. He had a wedding or some stuff like that. I'm pretty confident that because of that. Or maybe he just was bored. I don't know. As for the Genesis in itself, yeah, it was cool. But this is where the story becomes weird. There is a tradition in the Rivals community. There will always be an announcement for Genesis. And this one was no exception.
Unreal.
Catch your breath, brother.
I could not possibly have predicted the way this top 6 is going, but we are going to briefly, before Grand Finals, throw to a quick trailer for you. So let's take a look.
Uh-oh. I heard it's good. Now.
The surging tide, the grasping vine, the crackling fire, the thunderous storm. All powerful, all valid, all a part of our world of ether. But ether divided? We need camaraderie, not rivalries. Warriors to fight, not for their home, but for their world. Have you come to train at the whole dojo?
I have much to learn, Master Hodon.
This was the biggest meta shift that Rivals will ever know. But not for later. Right now, we're on a downtime. We had tournament like It Fall 3.5 with Toothbrush forcing the reset against Cake in game 5.
Oh no,
That is it. The missed ledge dash. Presumably that was a missed ledge dash. Sure looked like it.
We also had names like Vibe, Upper Flame. Again, it's one of those really cool grassroots tournaments. A lot of fun, but now people are getting ready to go to Vancouver.
Family business, no family issues. Mama kid just wanna grant me someone grab my tissue.
Canada's own Battle of BC 7, historical tournament taking place on Ult and Melee, and this year, Rivals 2. That was basically tournament completely. It solidified him as a fierce competitor, winning over Spargo, that was on a crazy run too. His gameplay was so fire, he even took down Cake Assault in loser final. Hold on. Cake was in loser? Yeah, I avoided talking a lot about him, but at the time, a lot of people thought that it was Marlon, the best player. Marlon was coming back from a ban. He's from Canada, so it doesn't really enter a lot of tournament in the state. But when it was time to defend his place, well, he delivered.
Alright, this is
This is brutal. Yeah.
And that's going to be it. Yup, just a...
Shielded back air, now wave dash forward and shielded down air, and now you maybe get to play for the next thing to get hit there. Oh my god, Marlon!
Oh, Harry's a neutral B! No puddle available!
Oh my god,
Can't find
air
the sweet spot back there!
We're
It's
back
in trouble!
neutral! Oh, it's online, it's online, you have to be very, very...
Does a punish it! Up throw again! It's the other sweet spot on Marlon! Takes it! Cake! Listen to your mum, finish your food. There's the up tilt, the nair as well.
Big damage,
Back
calls up
there
the
with
jump.
the sour spot.
Oh my god, I thought it was real! And the signal is gone! And so is Marlon! The down tilt into the up strong confirms it!
Beating Cake Assault and stopping Beasley's run, such a bliss. It relaunched the whole debate, and a lot of people consider that Genesis was a fluke, cause this was his first big tournament back. Do we have a real pretender for top 1? Stay tuned. On Twitch, especially on Twitch, cause this is Twitch Rival X Rivals 2. This was an event for streamers from all levels of play to duck out in teams with pro players as coach. This tournament doesn't really matter, and in this video I don't want to cover online competition anyway. However, something really weird happened. Biggest meta shift in the game. Cake and Ion both coach, and both in finals. It was 2-2, so now the coaches have to fight. Cake is winning against the beetle, so Ion counterpicked. And he counterpicked Olympia. And he won.
Stage.
Oh man, I'm feeling the Ion victory. Oh, that's it! That's it!
This is the start of a rivalry between Cake and Ion that went deep. But next big stop was Smash Camp, rivalry that went deep. Couple of heavy hitter, but mainly Cake and Ion on his Olympia peak. Really cool tournament won by Cake, taking his revenge. Now to recontextualize the situation at this point, nothing is announced, there's no circuit yet, so the hype kinda dying down and the core community of the game start forming. And that's when they streamed the Rivals Direct. A couple of cool things like Dream of Aether, but the interesting thing was the roadmap, where they teased the workshop, the events and much more. But also the R2CS. This circuit for Rivals is back, a roadmap of event that expanded later, with a point system and a classment. Closing up where it began, Genesis. Also we got EVO! In the meantime, we see the development of the economical system of the game, with more events, skins for map, etc. Around May, they released Abza, a fan favorite. Not really impactful in the meta at the first sight, but a certain Florida Rhino player is kinda peeping. That's for later, again. Anyway, it's time for the first step of the R2CS, the combo R2CS online event. Again, I don't want to extensively cover online tourney, but this one matters. It was won by Marlon, but mainly, we are the lion on the loose. Sophilo, hard-stuck gold player to online demon. I never see this pipeline before. So yeah, incredible tournament. More than that, we had full stream with the newly buffed Italus making top 3, beating Cake. It was a lot of BO3, so a lot of upset. But let's not stagnate too much. Because we have the first R2CS IRL. Holy fuck, I cannot talk, bro. Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker big FGC event. Prior to that, we had the Cake Assault Direct, where he announced that he will attend every R2CS event. So this tournament won't be a fluke. This was the first really deep run by B-Bats, making it to top 8, beating Cake Assault.
Gotta get the up strong special.
Yep, get the pop. Okay, we are rinse repeating. The problem is this is a character that's sometimes hard to close out.
But the hero of this tournament was definitely Vibe.
Yeah, I mean, Stango's big practice partner is Boyko. The sponsor tag namesake, but Vibe says, I don't care about Boyko.
The elusive Michigan Clarence beating Stango and taking Cake to game 5.
This should be it. Oh my god, I was not expecting down air, and Cake wasn't either. We were not holding in.
Spargo, Ron, me, and now Vibe. Man, those Clarence are getting out of. My bad. Combo Breaker was great, and it's really cool to see rivals attaching themselves to the FGC side. Frosty Frosting, Evo, Combo Breaker. We're getting into crazy places, like Orlando, Florida. Florida's own CEO by Zeebee. At this point, on Rivals, we start to recognize the name. Acorn and Ant, both Florida players, best in their region. and ended up making crazy upsets, taking out players like Stengo.
Ant favor, and that's it! Ant has figured it out, and he has moved on!
And defeating Marlon in the craziest upset.
But the reverse there! And beats Marlon in front of the home crowd. Into losers finals we go! What an incredible top 8 here at CEO. Jet is at a loss for words.
But who we are gonna remember is the winner. And what a win. Sofilo beating Marlon and Kekasol twice to win the toughest of trophy. She didn't really come out of nowhere, but seeing her perform that well at her first major ARL, well, that was something to witness. This new generation of players is getting strong, better level up. But that's okay, cause now it's grassroots summer. A really fun period where a lot of smaller tournaments start popping up before the, well, get on my level. We had the major mention with names like Mystery Soul and Ion coming back. Ion took that one, defeating Soul and Sofilo. In the same weekend, we had the Patchwork in North Carolina with players like Beastly and Cake.
Oh my god! Reverse ban to the down air. And the poke there too. Not going to be able to get there. Wait.
No, it's not enough.
That's it. And Cake 3-1.
Beastly taking Cake to game 5, but the smoke prevailed. Cake is getting better and better, making attendance to a lot more of tourney. It was kinda like he got his sight on something. Get on my level. More than a disrespectful callout, that's a legendary tournament taking place in Toronto, Canada. Canada's scene is strong. More than Marlon, we have Ron Gunshoe fighting with Spargo for the top 1 clearance spot. But unlike Spargo, Ron murdered Cake top 8 qualifier.
But the DI sends him deep off the stage. Resets with the clone. He's safe for now. Can he live? No, he can't! And that's Ron Gunshoe. 3-0 over Cake Assault.
So Cake is in loser before top 8. That's huge. Ron did lose the run back, but that perf was incredible. We also had Remrin, arguably the best Arcane, and Craig's Nightmare, defeating Zeebee, going 3-2 against Ron.
It's still going, there's... Oh, that's it! What?
And fighting Zeebee again. Is that allowed? Was this bracket rigged? Now I'm saying this because the bracket gave us something that we were waiting for. Cake was weird that day. It's like winning meant more for him than we could understand.
Like Cake Assault. And a different shade of like, what was happening? Okay. He's gonna make it back.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I mean, finding a reversal, let the smoke rip.
Nice, that's it. That should be it.
No way. Cake even put a little mustard on that. Put the down tilt, DI in. Woo, real. Which one's real?
Oh, that's the big
You'll never know. You'll never know. Not that one.
God.
Not that one, Marlon.
Missing. No, for sure. You were correct on that one. But that's
okay. We're good. We cleaned it up. Oh, putting up this wall so hard to break through the back airs, so hard to break through the down airs.
No, like you cannot see, and or like here where he's at in the smoke. Oh my goodness, scrapping!
That's oh my god! What?
And the pop off!
Oh, they big now. Oh shit!
There was a beef between Cake and Marlon due to Marlon behaviors at tournament, I believe. I'm gonna be fair, I can't really talk about that, and that's not my place to talk about it, because I wasn't there. It will really just be disingenuous for me. Also, I just don't do drama. But yeah, that's something that happened. Moving on. Spargo slaps everybody in the venue, then forgot to let Hog and die. That's a Cake tournament. Them storylines are getting crazier, bro. By the way, what was going on at Melee at the time?
Crazy. He's still living. No, he's not.
Insane. Taking it. 3
Bro
times.
did a cartwheel.
Moving on, we had Crest 4 taken by Elkeys over Soul, and Smash Factor 12 won by Spargo.
All he needs, I confirm, and he gets it.
They say we can find anything on a witch table. Potions, craft, and even the heart of an enemy. You are watching Rivals of Aether.
Use code EPOCH on all your sales. And now it's Major Summer. Supernova is on the way, and Evo is right there. Yeah, the Plat Fighters are back at Evo. Who's gonna take it? Cake, Marlon, Sophie, Plub. Oh no, Plub? There is a lot to say about this Evo. I don't know where to start. Well, let's talk about the rat situation. We had 2 rats in top 8, Sandstorm, Brawler like goats. He already had a good run on CEO, but now he's cracking top 8.
From it's still going. I don't know what you're talking about. It's still going.
And we also had Stango. Stango has kinda been in the background for the whole video. He was kinda in the discourse for top 1, but he was more low-key about it. Like, he was more of a niche choice. Here he was winning against Cake and Marlon.
Trying to fight out a disadvantage, Cakesoul fighting with your life, heart on the line. Gets
knocked
and
down,
that
the up
is
smash
it!
is gonna
That's
secure
going
it.
to take it! Stango gets the 1! I don't care if you've got 10 in a row, I can finally put 1 on the board.
But all the talk was around Plup. At this point, Plup, he was a creepypasta. Like, I was seeing tweets talking about, oh yeah, I fought Plup online in my PC, bro. I was calling it cap. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't show up at any tournament. It would have made sense that he was rusty. He was not, bro.
Up till, let's get out of 4th. 1 more? Not yet. Or do something straight into the mix up. What was willing to do that you're going to call it?
I think this is the hardest part that I've seen with everyone against Club, and how do you beat the giant? You can't find the opening. You just keep winning every single time there's an even state of
and that breaks the jet. It's pretty difficult. Also, get some of those token rings that were working so well against Marlon, that were working so well against Cake.
For a full hop up there to convert off the sweet spot.
What we're starting to call out is Stango's going for a lot of these shines and immediate jump, and so he's waiting for the shots to be flipped out of it. Beautiful recovery.
Cakesoul gets it.
Misses! Oh! In some cases, like, oh, I need to do this type of combo, and this one's like, I just like slot.
If Club is able to get rid of this final stock, he might just be our Evo champion, and he's forcing Stango into the corner. He can't get off stage, and just like that, the rat trick.
Rat trick?
Oh!
So Plup, Evo winner, shout out Plup. Secondly, they announced Galvan, brand new character in the series. Loki high for sure. The cruel rival thesis, that was cool too and all. But now what the f was that?
And looks like my boy Sandstorm saying like, yo, bro, you
are
good?
you okay?
Yeah, something tragic must have happened. I think we're gonna go ahead and just let him have a moment, you know, because we respect the humanity of people here, you know, but...
Looking back, this Evo was kinda bittersweet, especially knowing that Plup was not about to come back before a year. Overall, Evo was interesting, but the after effect of it were low-key more, like Marlon being gone. I guess due to the climate around him in the community and Luminosity fucking dying, he will never really be active no more. He has been successfully sealed. I already know that my storytelling gonna be considered like endorsement or something, so I'm gonna repeat. I don't know what happened, and I'm not about to educate myself on rivals of either community drama. Like, no. I'm not getting paid enough, bro. What the f? 2 weeks later is Super Smash Con, or more like Supernova. Celebration of Smash Bros by the community, so we joined in. We had some nice run, like Sandstorm, beating Nailax and Zeebee, but losing to Spargo, who also was on a sensational run, beating B-Bats, and finally defeating Cakesoul in the run back, is Demon Break.
If he had not gotten to the ledge, I think we would have seen the down strong. One more.
The air dodge.
The air dodge. So Spargo wins 3-1, is going to grand finals.
Right now, Spargo looked invincible, but standing in front of him is the man that sent Cake in loser.
Nair turn puts Olympia's opponents into tumble so early. It's such a hard move to play around, but she's also so fast to fall.
That's going to kill. Not quite yet, though. Spargo doing a great job DIing out to stay low.
Nice
That
regrab.
might do it, though. That is it. He all saw what
But he
was
saw
going
it.
on there.
He knew it wasn't true. Oh, and he missed that
Okay. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Luckily,
it's
potentially tournament game here for Stango if he keeps playing like he has been.
Oh,
and
that's
honestly,
it! And uses the
tuned with the system, with the game flow, and with Olympia herself. Down tilt is shield grabbable, but it is very tight timing. Nice on Spargo. Always have.
Wait,
oh my God!
wait.
The patience, the virtue, the calamity for Spargo. There it is.
That'll do it. Spargo puts his name on the board. You're not shutting me out. We are still in a battle.
Doing so with a bomb, looking for down air. No dice. Both players looking for down air, but it's Stango with the combo. No grab though. Back to offense. We're moving so fast. We're moving so fluid.
No, the gem is up way too high, but it does get back anyways.
Removes the gem. Nice call from Spargo.
Tries to get a rat trick out.
Spargo reads it. Looks for another one. The air dodge. Up tilt. Up special. And it finishes it off. Stango wins out grand finals at the biggest Rivals 2 tournament there has ever been.
Stango won his big one. After struggling a character crisis for so long, he finally found a main that worked. And he will stick with her for the rest of the season for sure. But on the sadder note, this tourney marked the end of Spargo's venture in the game, taking a break from competition in general. He might come back, but I think that he really hates that rat. But right now, we're gonna take a break because we have to talk about the weirdest thing that happened to Rival in this period. This is Off-Brand, the publisher of Rivals 2, like I said. And around this period, the company was a bit under fire. This is Pirate Software. This is Pirate Software. Thor is a streamer, a dev, and is the most stubborn time. Oh my god. He was positioning himself on the debate of preservation of video game, but on the side of the destruction of it. He misunderstood the SKG movement and painted it as something really dangerous for video game, while not at all.
If we're trying to kill off the practice of developers putting together a live service game, pitching it as a single player experience, and then taking away support in the future.
Now he's changed it again and is making up how it's about single player games are advertised. What is he doing?
So the shitstorm came, of course, but a lot of people judged that they were a conflict of interest, as SKG aimed at stopping service games becoming unplayable when the servers shut down. Thor is publishing a service game. He probably wants to fuck us. So they review bomb Rivals 2. I can't even believe that shit happened. I'm pretty sure Rivals 2 got private servers too, so we're gonna play. Don't worry about it. So this happened. Thor left, though you can still find negative reviews due to the controversy. We will never be free. But anyway, Collision. This is where the current top 10 is getting defined. Ant on Abza, making a crazy performance with a character that a lot of people consider not strong.
Damn, Grim! Oh my god, no he's gone! He's gone, he's out of there!
And doesn't make it back again, they get back!
Double forwarder at 49!
Sophie, Zeebee, Stango, Cake, Sandstorm, add Beasley, and basically you got the top 10. This tournament was really high quality, shout out Tri-State, and this was maybe the best grand finals of all time.
Gets a sound him out of the up tilt, or the up air, let's say.
What is he doing?
There's just no way.
He's like, okay, you know.
Weak up air into up strong, and Cake looking down 2-0.
10 out of 10 tournament, for sure. This is also the start of the Stango x Lux collab, with this being the first footage of Lux in top 8.
Because Loxodon is the most broken character of all time.
The Lux is gonna win Riptide?
Yeah.
It looks crusty, bro.
But it wouldn't be the last. Fast forward, Riptide, talking about Gekinga. This solo Lux from New York made top 9, defeating Ron and Boyko.
I was expecting the attempted full send. Gekinga doesn't fully go down with it. It's the second time that shot. That sky scraping scorcher.
The ladder ended up upsetting Elkies for top 8.
He's not done.
Bringing you back. Oh my goodness, Boyko is cooking mad crazy right now.
Boyko poised to get a restock right now, and he does it.
Elkies that won against Cake. So yeah, this tournament was tough. This was also the first top 8 for Zeus, the online demon. I mean, you all know Zeus.
6-7.
One of the craziest top 8 semi-final against Ion.
Oh, that was so deep. But, I mean, you're talking about Zeus's pressure is on point when it comes to finding these spots and finding these windows. Grabs ledge, needs it, finds it. There's the confirmed, and either player too far behind.
And this tournament was the revival of the Ion Cake rivalry, as they ended up fighting for the first place.
On that platform, you're stuck. So you go and get the back end there to find you. Ooh.
have plenty of pressure, and yeah, too low. Crystal was on field, unremoved the entire time, so no rat trick available. Going for like up B extensions, so Stango's more of a fan of.
It's really smart, actually, because even if you don't get the actual hit and you get the spike, hold on. Okay.
Yep.
Nice, okay.
Yep.
I was a little bit scared there.
Needed one extra reset given the routing that Ion chose, but that's still 105 unanswered, but a deep nair getting shield grab, puts out the clone.
Oh, that downstrong actually hit, and it takes the stock Cake.
So this is where it gets interesting. The rat is not working against all odds, so he went for his Krag. Krag at the time was a really good character. Why did I wrote this? Like he was bad at some point. But Cake always has his pocket fleet that he can pull out at any time. I would have guessed that it would have come down to a counter pick war, but Cake stayed on force. And it kinda worked, but by the end, Ion took it over Kikaso. Next up, Hitfall 4 is on the way, and Galvan 2. They had the bracket Galvan only for him. It was really cool, really fun. It was a really fun tournament. Cake was there and took it over Toothbrush and London.
Second place getting blown up.
Yeah,
Jab grab.
Grabbed there.
Oh, it's over.
It's over!
It's
the back
all
hit of
the
the
way
back
over.
air.
And we're following up with Fusion Major, event organized by the Tri-State Local Fusion, probably the best Rivals 2 local out there. They even killed Loxodon for the occasion. But they didn't kill Gek, that finally made it into top 8.
Start up a dash attack. If Hampolo brings this back, never mind.
It means something to me that the only Lux to top 8 Major is at Stango, bro. Like, Stango X Lux was a psyop to make sure Loxodon never gets buffed. I'm confident. Which I respect, but come on. But this tournament was clearly ends to win, beating Animal, Anitalus on a killing spree that even sent Stango in loser, and the creator of the best thumbnail in Rivals 2 content history. But Ant also beat Kikaso 3-2 in winners final.
Instead, was a little too much around smoke, not able to get down to the platform. Down throw towards a force and RTC tries the jump call out. 2. Cloud 3!
Florida man kill Naina with a goat, generational. But now he gonna face loser Cake for the title.
Clearly spacing that back to Ant and smoke in the middle of the stage, making it hard for Ant to see what Cake thought was going for.
35. The Combust is online, but doesn't even need it. Just
really rapid rocket King. Cake's back airs and not coming out on top.
Little time for Ant as we get to 80% here. Abso losing her stock just so soon, especially on stages like this. A couple back airs come down. Cake just hunting for a down tilt, hunting for any opening. Ant not too far behind as we see the Cloud into Thunderline. Another fair comes down, 44%. Cake finally gets a chance.
Okay, huge opportunity for Ant. Oh, it's not gonna be enough. Can't get close enough to Cake to get the final finishing blow. Goes for a drop zone. That won't connect as well. And that one cloud of smoke allows Cake to get back and take back the tournament. That's gonna be Cake Assault.
And this is probably where we enter the Cake domination era. Even as goated as he is, he always ended up being challenged at majors. Now we're reaching a point where a lot of contenders maybe left, got the character nerfed, pick Loxodon. But Cake and Force never really got nerfed. I feel like Force is a good character to solo main. I think he can power through a lot of matchup, like Cake was lucky cooking. Next up, Portland Retro Gaming Exposition. LPs, Gengar and Kid making really good runs. Sofilo and Stango really good perf too. But the Lux is slowly showing his weaknesses.
Punish it unless you're Sophie, then you can!
Sofilo beating everybody, but falling short against Cake Assault. We're approaching the late game of the R2CS, and also the late game of this video. I'm actually so tired. Pod Priority 9 at Seattle, tournament full of surprise. We got Mystery Soul raping the Galvan and cooking with it, taking out Ion for top 8.
It's not coming back! And that is it!
And going last game against Sandstorm. This was the first time Galvan was shown at this high of a level. Soul is lucky underrated as a player. I think he will soon have his big one. But this tournament was not his, but Sandstorm. Going insane, defeating Sofilo.
Back up there! Oh! One more! Is that it? Wow!
Mystery Soul, Ron Gonshu, and Beastly.
And we're forwarding him! He has to go through it!
and he's dead! No. He gets the redemption 3-0ing Beastly.
Cake still took it, but remember, it's cake time.
It's Cake-a-Soul time.
Sport was a really fun tournament. Seeing the rat shine again as the player base at high level kinda abandoned her is low-key cool. Next up, Heatwave. This is an historic stop for Rivals. Heatwave is a celebration of indie plat fight, but also the first time the players had the chance to try Rivals 2 and probably where I should have started, but shh. This was Crack's tournament. You had St. Pat making a run, a Californian Crack.
But the beast who's striking first is St. Pat.
Zeebee always in those top 8, taking Beastly to game 5 in a really cool set, and Ion taking it over Cake-a-Soul, beating him in winner and grand finals on full Crack.
Trying to play the bell bearings, but it doesn't matter because anywhere you go, Ion is there!
Man, full potential Crack was a demon, and no one was showing that like Ion. This tournament solidified him for top 1 this season, but now we're reaching the end. A whole year of R2CS and only 3 live events left. But now we're on winter vacation and balance time. The patch that aimed at balancing them all. It didn't really did that much, but honestly, they weakened the top 3 trio for sure. In the meantime, we got Genesis Voucher 1, won by Beastly, and Voucher 2, won by Sandstorm, with a crazy run by Salt.
Salt could finally break the curse, could finally keep moving on and keep this winner's side dream alive in this game number 5 on Hyperbeer and Heart.
Oh! Show me the pop-off!
Game over!
Oh my god!
Also, we had Plat Fight Online, a tourney on a bunch of Plat Fighter. It was won by Bibat, but also marked the unsealing of Marlon, making it into top 8. And we're back for a new year of competition, starting with LMBM, Stacker's first tournament of the year. You got Apple Whiz, making a good pair with the bird.
This Apple guy is activating a little too much, a little too comfortable for my liking.
We also got Phantom, the Galvan player, giving us the best set of this R2CS season, hands down.
Oh man, recovery time this time. Oh, just
Ant was in the maid costume, beating everybody, and Run Gonshu definitely was on one.
Cake. Wow, Cake letting him back on just so he could spawn the clone for absolutely no reason. And there we go, beautiful read. The neutral getup gets caught by Downstrung, and Run Gonshu has reset the bracket on Cake-a-Soul.
Cake won, but you know, it was definitely a close one. Then we got Frosty Frosting, definitely a smaller tournament. Cake and Beastly were supposed to go, but Cake coughed the flu that kills Kitten, so he was bedridden. And Beastly also followed suit due to that, but also the format being BO3 before top 8. It was won by Godly over FPZ, beating Yodake, Cheesy, and London.
That could do it, and it is! Godly is your Frosty Frosting's Rivals of Aether 2 champion!
Genesis, the origin or mode of formation of something.
One whole year of update, content, competition. Rivals is as big as it's ever been, and the success of those finals were already with.
If we need another adapter, maybe we could daisy chain him. We'll get you.
Genesis was interesting. Let's talk about the first half, because this was actual cinema. Firstly, it was Rivals' first top 8 Sunday. We usually get top 6, so that's pretty cool. Well, we'll get to that. Pools to top 32 was actually war. Bibat sending Cake in loser in game 5.
Nair's, Cake-a-Soul missing on the tech chase this time, and now taking the fair to Nair. That is all she wrote. B-bets.
One Gonshu being invincible, and running the beetle gauntlet, and being the clutchiest in the venue the whole weekend. Gold!
And it kills! One mistake!
The hype was really there. I think it's unfortunate that we were relegated to the Genesis 4th channel, but shit, that was late. A lot of people said that Genesis wasn't final worthy, and yeah, the PCs had frame dropped, freeze, and they were feeding off players suffering. But from a viewer's perspective, the first half was a low-key cookie. Now there is something that I always say about suffering. When you see it, it usually means that it's coming away.
As we start our winner semis here at top 8, Genesis X3, BBAT versus Run Gonshu. This is going to be, like you said, the onus is going to be on Run Gonshu to make it happen. But,
Okay, we got more stuff going on. Fair enough.
All right.
Okay.
It looks like controller drift. All right.
I do not know what happens. I've seen this game acting up. I've never seen that shit. It broke the rhythm and it made us miss 2 games. So we are the top 6. Yes. That's a really unfortunate cursed, but you know, that's less editing for me, I guess. Top 8 was still really fire. Zeebee versus Sophie was hilarious. Ron versus Ant was a heartbreaker. That was lucky and tournament. But that's okay, because this final meant that we were about to have a new Genesis champion.
Love the movement from Ron Gunchu right now. Picking up that up air, the bear into the second one on the tip, and that is what we've learned today. Yeah, everything is perfect today. Well, like that joke, that could be. Yeah, because I feel like before the burners, it was like Ron Gunchu might make this comeback because you've seen how crazy he is when he finds the confirmed.
You got to do it later, right? It's just getting nervous, right? Because you're like...
That's it. The rat took it once again. Beastly is not held down by Zeta Chud no more. Cinema. Am I mad to see a rat win? Fuck yeah. But that's Beastly, so that's okay. And that is it. A whole year of Rivals of Aether 2. A bit more than a year. What is left to say? This community is surreal. When I played this game in November last year, I did not know what I expected. I just played and watched because it was fun. But it looks like I got more than I could bargain for. And to think that this license existed since like 2017, 2015, I got so much more to see and discover, and I hope you'll be there for that. I deeply believe in this game, in this community. This year alone, we've been through so much stuff. So many came and went. Players like devs. Yet, we are still here. And there's more coming still, hopefully. I don't know where we will be next year, but I know community will be there. And I hope I will be there too. For a bright future, a glorious past, a slow death, or for whatever we are now. The timeline is over. It probably doesn't mean that much to you, but for me, holy fuck, bro. It's those type of video that you only imagine yourself doing, never actually doing it, so that was a cathartic experience for sure. Anyway, I hope you liked it. I hope you find it enjoyable, at least. And yeah, play Rivals 2. That's a really good game. But yeah, in the meantime, check my second channel, because I will probably be there for the next 2 weeks. And yeah. Leave rock.